The way the navigation of our current content management system works is by linking directly to the file with the extension. We're going to change this because we want to start using actually the URL parameters. So question mark, mod equals, p equals, and so on. Now, another problem with linking directly to the files is that whenever we are in a specific section, as you can see, our button is now active. If I update the record and I'm basically staying within the same section, our button becomes inactive because the name of the page has changed. Using get parameters, we will be able to actually keep this button still selected. So if we go back to our editor, first thing we're going to be doing is we copy our index.php file from the previous videos to our admin folder. This is the first thing. Then we copy our functions file from inc folder to our inc folder inside of the admin folder. Okay, now that we have all this done, if we go to our header.php and change our navigation so that it links using the following: question mark, mod equals 1 for the first link, ampersand, p equals pages list but without the extension. If we copy this whole thing, now we use it here as well, but instead of 1 we're going to use 2 for the next link, and again let's remove the extension. Let's actually remove all of the extensions so we don't have to do it again. Okay, then we have nav order, which is going to have mod of 3, email password, which will be mod of 4, and logout button, which will have mod of 6, because we're going to be replacing our logout button with the gallery button soon. Okay, so now our navigation, if we go back to our CMS, if we click on the navigation, you can see once we've clicked on the button, we stayed on our page, and it's just our parameters are just added to the end of this to the end of the name of the page. If we remove the name of the page, now you can see that obviously we've got a problem with the database connection and so on. So let's go back to our editor. Another thing we're gonna do, we open our inc folder, functions file, and we need to remove our database and config require ones from the top of this file. Now, because we've copied our index.php file, now every single request for the page is going through this index.php. And our index.php require once our functions.php, which is inside of the inc folder. And then we simply call our get content, which does exactly the same thing as we've done in the previous videos, which is it creates the link to the page, which now we need to modify, and instead of using the page folder, we just link directly to the page. So that's everything, otherwise display error. So let's copy our error page from inside of the pages. If we copy it and put it directly in the admin folder, if we open that to make sure that everything is fine, yes, our header and footer is inside of this. Now on our pages we don't use h1 tag, we use, I think it was p with the ID or class of pt. If we scroll down, yes, our headings have p class equals pt. So if we go to our error page and just replace our heading and obviously closing paragraph tag. So we've got our error page ready. If we go back to our browser, let's check what's gonna happen. We can see our email and password, we can see our next page, and as you can see now, these parameters are passing the information, the data through the get content function, and it's obviously populating the right page and displays this inside of our browser. So in the next video, we're going to have a look at how to actually include the connection to our database in a different manner, as well as other include files and put them inside of our pages.